Right, welcome back to the project of Lewis Hamilton, 8-time champion of the world. If my voice sounds dead, it is because I have a bad throat and I've just nearly choked on my lunch. But we are here, we are recording technically part 5, but round 4 in Baku. Now, obviously, Melbourne, we had a lot of nice upgrades coming in, and they did bring us closer to the front. Hamilton kept pace with Leclerc and Verstappen. However, Perez in qualifying very much hindered our progress with Lewis, disrupted all of our final flying laps in Q3, and Hamilton then struggled to make an impact in the Grand Prix. Russell did qualify decently high, but he struggled to make an impact in race pace. But hoping that Baku will bring some different luck. The tight streets make it a very technical circuit. Mistakes are very easy to make around here, so I'm going to simulate practice 1 and 2 just so that we get an idea of the pace. And Hamilton, Russell 6th and 7th, that's okay. I believe that's where we are, and we are very close to the pace. Look, the gaps are not much. This is where I believe we are, and maybe obviously we on softs we might be able to squeeze our way up the order, maybe with strategy calls as well. Good.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find
Right. Now, I forgot that it was a sprint race in Baku, and oh no. Right, okay, so I've already made a mistake. I was meaning to cut and set up tune in free practice 3. However, I don't have that. Their setups are locked. So I need to desperately try and get their setups as best as possible. This needs to go basically all the way across here. Hill will go to there. That seems okay. I'm just going to have to pray to God that that works for Lewis. Oh man, oh my God. That's insane. Russell's is exactly optimal. You know what? I think that'll be good for George Russell. Right. Let's pray. Let's go to qualifying. Obviously no cuts yet. Because I was an idiot and forgot this was a sprint race. What I'll do is I'll cut to the sprint race after we do qualifying. So obviously track is looking pretty good early doors. I just want to do a one and done sort of flying lap. I want to give Hamilton a small toe just to see if it's powerful or whether to send them out. Later, so Stroll has come out with us. Good news, we should not come across any traffic this run. And Hamilton does go quicker.
Delta negative. And we will box end of this lap.
Okay, I like it. The idea of slipstream, I think, is the way to
Get the
go.
delta negative.
Joe's a long way off the pace. Stroll obviously keeping pace with Verstappen. That's absolutely to be expected. De Vries is a long way off. So I think, and Ocon in the Alpine looking a lot slower. So I think this is our true pace. Alonso behind Hamilton. I want to see where Leclerc only 4th. Hamilton done a masterclass here. Nah, Verstappen's quicker, but only by less than a tenth. Okay, this is now where we're seeing the up. Oh my god, Perez has eclipsed us. Wow. Wow. Okay. Either way, I'm not too concerned to go out again. I don't think Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Bottas, De Vries and Zhou all find over a second to overtake Russell. I just don't think that's happening, so I'm going to save the tyres. Alonso goes fastest now, and obviously the times will improve, they will ramp up, but I am fine with that. We'll be off the pace, but we know the true story. So, obviously this is old style sprint weekend, where qualifying decides the sprint, which decides the race. But obviously qualifying is still very important. Now, we still ended that session quicker than Sainz, which I'm happy with. Obviously both Astons are very quick. They think they've probably brought upgrades. Haas, that's an interesting one, that Hulkenberg is out. Not just because Hulkenberg is in my fantasy F1 team and has scored me bag loads of points for his qualifying performances this season, but Haas in general in this save have looked quick. Right. Oh! Boom! Incredible. So I can change the front wing angle if I think that'll make any difference. So I don't want to mess around. I don't want to mess around with it. George Russell, 91%. Lewis, I'm sorry mate, I completely forgot. Right. Manage Q2. So I just want to again try a double push. For this session. So Russell, Hamilton, Sainz, all out close proximity. I think the slipstream is the way. So again, we're going to Russell, slipstream. Not Perez again. Oh, Perez is in our way again. Perez! Oh, the rat. What a rat Perez is. Honestly, what a rat. The jammy git isn't even going to be fair. He's going to get slipstreamed by Hamilton as well. And he's going to get in our way on his other lap as well. That is crazy. I think, to be fair, though, we are just going to get him on the straight. Fine. Ha! Perez, you jammy git. Slower than Russell, imagine. Oh, look at Hamilton. He's eclipsing Russell this lap.
So
yeah, Lewis up to
P6
fourth.
currently.
Okay. Obviously, I think there's more pace to find. I will recalibrate. We will go for one single
So currently P4,
flying lap at the end
so we're
of this
happy with
session.
that lap. So just confirming boxing and back into the garage.
Understood.
We're going to go for one flying lap. We obviously have a spare set, and I forgot to change the tyres on George's car. So why is that not happy? I think I need to do something with the fuel again, isn't it? Right, we're all going out. Oh, Perez is encountering traffic. Not so nice, is it now? That being said, Hamilton is going to come across Sargent on his
So that's
final
a
lap.
checkered flag.
I think Hamilton is actually just... No, he's not safe as such, but, you know. Lewis doesn't improve. Russell does improve. Again, 6th and 7th only. Now down to 7th, 8th. We can improve. We can definitely improve on that. Verstappen crosses the line and goes even faster. Right. Still work to do obviously both through into Q3 again. So single flying laps 2 times because we have 3 new sets of soft tyres. So Russell,
So that's currently P1.
Hamilton, Russell is, oh no, that's a bad first run from the guys here, I'll be honest.
Currently P6. Okay, let's call the car on box.
Yeah, this is not a good first lap, I'll be honest. So I will reconfigure and reconfigure that. So, I want to go out with everyone. So Claire's gone, I think, a little bit early. Everyone else is just playing the waiting game. Okay, you know what? There we go. We make our move. We go. Verstappen towing along Russell, towing along Hamilton. This should be it. This is our best chance. So let's see the timings. Green, green. What we like to see. Green, yellow.
Checkered flag is out.
Lewis is improving. And Russell improves. Hamilton improves, but only up to 7th with Stroll on his flying lap. There is a high potential he might still overtake us. Here goes Stroll over the line. He does. Oh no, not again. Hamilton down in 8th. Oh, sorry, my throat was starting to feel scratchy there. Right, okay. Again, it's really annoyingly close between us and the Aston, and even with Perez. And annoyingly, Hamilton is just quicker in the race than Russell, but Russell always gets the better qualifying. Right, I'm going to cut to the sprint race. Okay, we are back in the sprint race. Now, I think we can go softs for the entire sprint. It doesn't look like they're going to go off. We have a new set of... Oh, I mean, to be fair, 94%. Russell actually does have... But no, it is new. Yeah. Why is that telling me 94? Stupid game. We have 2 new sets of soft tyres. I think we can just go for it. Let's just push as hard as we can. Get some points.
Our sprint today sees
And let's just hope for the
Now's
best,
the time
really.
for the sprint.
I'm
Here
sure
in
everyone will
Baku.
go softs.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Everyone has gone softs, and they all have a new set as well. That's crazy. Hamilton needs to go aggressive.
Let's push.
Hamilton needs to overtake 5.
Let's go for it.
George is going to need overtake aggression high.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Okay.
Okay, no, Russell has now just lost out to Stroll. George, don't fight teammate, you're always slower in the race. Oh dear, Russell's losing out to the Haas now as well, brilliant. And we're already significantly off the pace. Yeah! Awesome job, guys. Let's go, team. Jesus Christ, Hamilton is under pressure from the Haas. I don't understand this. Haas is nowhere in comparison to our pace. Absolutely nowhere. Like, you saw the Hasses in qualifying. We're about 7/10 off our pace. Why are we so slow? I actually think everyone's pushing their tyres a bit more than I am. So I'm going to have to maybe push. Go a little bit extra on the tyres. Oh, VSC, okay. This might be a no-cut Grand Prix if I'm honest.
VSC.
What's happened with the VSC?
Just keep on that
Hulkenberg
delta.
has crashed. He was already struggling anyway, and always almost crashed into the AlphaTauri, Jesus Christ.
Sorry about that,
Okay.
guys.
And he's just gone into the barriers. Is he still in? Nope, he is just fully out of this Grand Prix. I would have really rather a full safety car, if I'm honest.
VSC ending.
Alright, VSC ending, let's
Alright,
go.
up.
Attack, attack, attack.
And we'll push.
Hamilton has shot away here. Russell and Magnussen are going to fight. Safety car, full safety
We've
car.
had a big crash here. Debris still around.
Right. That's big for us. That's very nice. So Sargent's out of this Grand Prix.
So keep Delta positive.
And it looks like there's an Alfa Romeo with him. And there's a red flag. There is a red flag. The safety car has turned into a red flag. I've never seen that before.
Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
AlphaTauri,
You could see
Sargent.
how
Oh, they've
tight
hit
it
each
is.
other.
The cars
Oh,
coming
and they've just come
together
back on the
right
track.
there.
And
I
there's
imagine
two
their
Alfa
confidence
Romeos
will
that
have
go
taken
into
a knock.
him. Oh, wow. Okay, that's... Car stopped on track in the middle of it. It's unsurprising that it's a red flag. Both my cars are still in it. I mean, I may as well just go put on some semi-used ones. Because I want to save the new set for the Grand Prix. So, as for Lewis... Lewis only has one semi-good set left. So I'm going to be putting on the newest that I can. Obviously, sprint race, there is no mandatory pit stops.
And it's a standing restart now for the sprint.
So this will help and in equal measures hinder us.
It's lights out and away
So
we
we're
go.
just going to go double attack off the line. Everyone else has opted for their brand new set, which should mean that they don't have a new set for the actual race. Come on, Lewis. Stay with the pace now, man. Stay with the pace. Right, I'm just going to cut to any bit of exciting action now because this is going to otherwise be way too long of a video. It's been a pretty dull sprint. Lewis just hasn't had quite enough pace to keep up with the Astons that are just DRS pulling each other along. I'm just now saving their tyres basically just because there's no reason to push. We're not under any threat from Ocon and Magnussen. We're not going to threaten Alonso or Stroll for 5th and 6th. It's been a pretty middle ground race. I mean, the Hasses were pushing very early doors, but unfortunately we fortunately weathered their storm, but we then couldn't push after the Astons.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's
But
winner.
Lewis and George
We have a
finished
check
7th
flag
and
now.
8th. It's not an awful
P7.
return.
Well done, Lewis.
Let's keep pushing, guys.
Not an awful return
Checkered
at
flag
all.
is out. P8.
And now
Nice job.
we've got the Grand Prix
Just keep pushing.
to do, qualifying 7th and 8th because this is old sprint weekend format. let's see if we can beat the Aston Martins in Sunday's race.
George Russell.
Into Sunday's race we
And it's
go. I'm
lights
having
out,
to do some very
and away
weird
we
editing
go.
for this because it's the sprint race and I wasn't prepared for it. Right, so obviously Russell is going to need to defend and don't fight teammate. Other than that, you can go aggressive, as can you, Lewis, and you've got to be very aggressive on the overtake side of things, mate. So there's a big old mixture of strategies going on the grid today. Obviously those who had some softs to spare have gone for the softs. Those that haven't have opted for mediums, or even in the case of K-Mag, hard compound tyres. And Ocon is somehow quicker than us on the medium tyres. That's always what we want to see, Lewis. Already 2.6 off the pace. Yippee, mate. Wowzers. I mean, it's just disastrous. How are we so slow in the race? It's like we always get the most awful starts possible. Red flag.
Red flag. Red
Already
flag.
red flag in this Grand Prix.
Now we can see what happened. Now this
I
is
wasn't
what
prepared for
happened as
this.
they took turn 8.
Russell.
Tries to get by,
Oh god. Oh
and you
god,
can
George has
see how the
crashed
cars
and he's
come
caused a
together.
big pile
An
up.
unfortunate
The
moment,
Haas has
yes,
crashed
but as
and
any
Russell's crashed
driver
into the
will know,
Haas.
This is an unforgiving sport.
Oh no. So Russell's
And
out.
clearly-
Or does he just have damage? No, Russell's out. Oh no, right, okay. So this is all about Lewis. I mean, could I go to the hards now and go for the race? I could. Maybe even medium, but I don't think that will work. I'm gonna go hards now.
It's time to pick up where we left off. As the race
Yes, I may
restarts.
lose out short term, but I don't have to make a pit stop,
Lights out, and away we go.
which is very, very interesting. Obviously, with a safety car, I've given myself options. I'm just going to monitor the tyre for the time being. He can push on fuel. We've got plenty of fuel. So you can push your fuel decks, mate, but I just want to be a bit careful on your tyres for the time being, because I'm going to have to tyre manage very heavily with Lewis. And I'm already going to be overtaken by Esteban. I'm going to need to cut boys defend on, aren't I? I'm already forcing a safety car. I mean, can anyone drive around the streets of Baku? I mean, to be fair, this massively helps me out.
And think about increasing
Attempting
the
a
drifting
one
coast just a little.
stop. I mean, to be honest,
We've got a yellow flag here.
the guys out in front would probably just hit and come ahead of me. They're that much quicker than me. Oh my goodness, how close was I to that? Oh my goodness, I was right there in front.
And just like that,
And Gasly's race is over.
So safety car. Keep the delta positive.
And no one pits, so once again, it is just me.
So there's debris all over.
Is driver okay?
Yeah, copy. Driver okay.
Obviously we've now got safety car for a few laps. This helps me out extend the strategy, extend the life of these tyres. Obviously I'm slightly concerned about the fast cars behind, but you know, I think the safety car ending. So I'm gonna be very punchy off the go. I think I need to be punchy off the go. Perez's tyres are shot already, so everyone's gone. Lewis is gone. The Alpine is coming through with him, and already he is losing a lot of time to the Astons. That is what we absolutely adore to see, Lewis. I mean, he's already a second. It's been 2 turns, Lewis. Come on. Come on, man. The upgrades have got us closer, but I think the problem was Australia. We got these upgrades in, and it just didn't matter because Perez sabotaged us so much in quali that we were just too slow. And now Lando Norris in an uncompetitive McLaren. I mean, everyone else has just made upgrades, so it's flawed. We can't now have the advantage. I think in Australia we would have had an advantage over everyone, maybe fight for a podium. But Alpine have not looked quick this weekend, and he's just blitzed past Hamilton. I mean, to be fair, Hamilton is trying the audacious one-stop this race, so I'm just going to skip ahead now. Let's face it, I'll probably cut to the next safety car / red flag as Lewis now gets overtaken by the McLaren. This is going to be a long race. We're going to be playing the long game. And I will cut to the next safety car. So I've unearthed a problem with this game, and I had this feeling after the first 2 races where we'd get stuck in a fight with one car and just lose out a lot of time. I just thought that was because the car was uncompetitive and we then couldn't catch up. But what I've now discovered is, simply put, if you get involved in a fight with one other car, it just means you have no pace. And it is as simple as you then can't fight for the rest of the Grand Prix. It ruins your race, just wrecks your lap times, and just is awful. So we can't, because Lewis was involved in a very long fight with Lando Norris, we lost so much time. We were a whole pit stop behind Ocon in an uncompetitive Alpine, and simply put, it's a problem that needs fixing, because in reality, with all the developments we've made, Lewis should be clearing Lando in 1 lap in a push mode. And Lando was on old tyres as well. There should be no world where Lewis can't push away with the amount of developments we've made. No matter how many developments that McLaren have made. And simply put, because of Lando causing us all sorts of issues,
over the finish line, and
we've been unable to fight this Grand Prix, and it's a big problem. It needs fixing because it ruins races. Like, simply put, you have to qualify first, push away, and pray to God that the person in second is involved in a fight with another car. If that happens, you've won the race. And it's a shame because the Mercedes has real pace. You can see it over 1 lap. We are as quick as Aston. And then just in the race we get involved in a fight with a stupid Alpine that is just way slower. But because they have DRS that's so strong,
Good job today,
and
mate.
tyres that don't wear down
Keep
fast,
working hard. This is
they
really positive for us all, guys.
like, it's just, there's no point. There's no point in finishing those because you just know that you'll stop at
George,
bare
it
maximum,
just
the
wasn't a
position
good
above
day,
the person
was
you're
it?
fighting.
They'll be very disappointed to have had their race end early. No driver wants that to happen.
So P8 only for Lewis. It's a disaster, really. De Vries, quite funnily, gets into the points. That is very funny, seeing as he's not actually on the grid anymore. But yeah, I mean, we're just off the pace. It's just disastrous. I mean, we are so far behind Aston, Ferrari, Red Bull already. The season is pretty much a write-off. Fastest pit stop, we're not even in the top 10. We are in fact, well, we didn't make a pit stop, to be fair. That would probably explain it. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just always typical. You get involved with a car on your flying lap in qualifying in the race, and you just completely wrecks you. I have seen the issue. Our car, for some reason, despite all the developments we've made, is the slowest on the grid. I have no idea how. I mean, I literally cannot develop any more than what I am currently doing. I can't develop at a faster rate. I'm doing as much as I can, and we do have a new suspension coming in, which is quite nice. Well, I mean, what does it matter? We are... So we've got a new underfloor design, which I want as much as possible to come through. I think what I'm going to do is just call the season a write-off. I'll do one development, like, as in like actual car part development, and then already do a research for next season. So hopefully we'll be good for next season rather than this season. I just want it to be balanced. I want it to be well-rounded. I think that's what it's going to have to be, because I can't develop at a quicker rate than what these guys are currently doing. For some reason, I don't know how, we are just so much slower. And quite frankly, I might lose my job, which will be very interesting to see how we have to go about that. But we're here at the Miami Grand Prix. I'm going to leave it there. We're going to record another day. My voice is starting to die now, as you can hear. So thank you all for watching, and see you in Miami.